videos. I decided I didn't want all of my videos to be about band stuff, so this one's gonna be about something else. And it's gonna be about Halloween, which I get really fucking serious about. I'm in no way a technical genius when it comes to costume making. I do make a lot of my outfits that I wear on stage, and they're just generally better when seen from a bit of a distance, to put it that way. I am wildly jealous of these like amazing magicians that cosplayers have become these days. Mad respect. But yeah, back to Halloween. So, but I am pretty serious about costumes, even though I'm not that technically gifted. I put a lot of thought into it and like all that stuff, you know. I take it way too seriously, basically. I know it's probably way too early for me to be negative on YouTube because people don't like that, supposedly. But I'm going to rant a little. But I am going to try to do it with like a positive tone, at least. So we'll see. And I'm also going to start out with a little bit of a story to reveal that I too have been pretty lame about this one point, which is Halloween costumes. So the story starts on my first ever Halloween in Japan. By the way, anyone who says that we don't have Halloween in Japan are very much misunderstanding. There is no like tradition for Halloween in Japan, nor in Norway really, but we definitely have Halloween. People never miss an opportunity to party and also get a little crazy, and also, well, capitalism. You know how it is. In Tokyo, Halloween is a big event, and it basically starts the first weekend of October. So for my first ever Halloween in Japan, we were going into Tokyo, because remember we lived in Chiba at the time. We were going to a big club event that you could get into for free if you wore a costume. Now, the week before, we'd had a Halloween get-together arranged by the school, and a lot of our Japanese friends turned up wearing their old school uniforms. That way they didn't have to spend money on a costume, right? And I gotta hand it to them, when you're a poor university student, that does make perfect sense, and it's very excusable. If you don't really care, that is. But this got me thinking, since I was a little nerd, wouldn't it be great if I dressed up in a high school uniform? Which we don't have in Norway, so like, you know how it is. It would be the kawaiiest ever, right? So I borrowed some parts, I bought some parts, and I dressed up as a Kogal, which is a schoolgirl yaru, which is, well, reference picture. On the fateful day, we got dressed up, me the schoolgirl, my one friend who also had a costume, but I can't remember what it was, and my third friend who didn't have a costume. And it was like a whole ordeal getting there, because there was a typhoon going on, and we're going from Chiba to Tokyo, so there's a lot of trains involved, and like they tend to stop when there's a typhoon and all of that shit. Anyway, since this one guy didn't have a costume, we conducted a plan to get him into the club for free too. We didn't have time to go anywhere where they sold actual costumes, obviously, but we did have time to go to a convenience store. And the convenience stores, they sell underwear. So we figured we'd buy him ladies' stockings to put on his hands and ladies' panties to put on his hand. And voila, he's like a panty-stealing pervert. Which, by the way, those actually do exist. It's not just a myth. Not very tasteful, like, at all. We thought it was hilarious at the time, obviously. And truth be told, there are always really a lot of untasteful costumes at big parties. And there sure were some at this one as well. Also, I do have to argue that it was fairly creative and original, at least. Much more than me or any of the other hundreds of people who had turned up in their old school uniforms. Which I think you can actually beg the question, is that even a costume? Because it's just your old clothes. You're dressed up as yourself when you were younger. Not even dressed up, really, just dressed as yourself younger. But anyway, so of course, me and every other lazy person who had done this, we got him for free. My other friend, who, now that I think about it, was probably wearing a kigurumi, he got him for free. My friend who had an actual creative costume, I'm not saying it's great, just saying it was fairly creative, he didn't. After spending the money on that stuff, and convenience store underwear is not cheap, he still had to pay for his goddamn ticket. Which, if we're going to be fair, I just think that if he had to pay, then everyone just wearing their old clothes, trying to look like jailbait, should probably have to. And that's my whole takeaway from the story, except for that was a great night. I wrote a song about it. And that brings me to the ranty part right here, which is going to be about Halloween costumes, which just makes me disappointed, I guess. I'm not gonna say enraged, but I really do get enraged because I do take this way too seriously. But And remember, if you've done any of these, I'm not personally hating on you. If you have fun with it and you feel good about it, and then good for you, you are doing Halloween right, in my opinion. Also, I'm not going to be talking about the slutty costumes. It's been done to death. I'm not even usually that upset by it. I thoroughly enjoyed those guys dressed up as slutty Batman last year, so I'd be a hypocrite. Obviously, dressing up in your old school uniform is first on the list. I do think that that whole thing could be like a fun concept for maybe a different time. I just don't think for Halloween. It just screams I couldn't be asked to buy a costume. And also, it's a little pandering and the whole fetishizing school uniforms, which is something I personally really don't love. And that's all we're gonna say about that today. Next on the list is Zombie Disney Princess slash Alice in Wonderland. She's not a princess, but she's really popular for this. Now, I think more than anything, these costumes are just readily available, and also it's like you know that you're gonna look cute, and people want to look cute for Halloween, and people love Disney and they want to be a princess, and I get it. I want to be a princess too, and they're like, yay, let's be a princess, but oh, it's Halloween, it's gotta be scary, so I guess I should put some fake blood on it. Ironically, you couldn't even get into Disneyland Halloween dressed like that, which we learned the hard way. Two things. First, if you want to be Alice, she's definitely a character that can be made a little gothy and a little creepy with some thought and effort. Not even that much. Second, I'm sure this is a concept that can be made really, really cool, but I have never seen anyone put any effort into it at all. It's literally availability, and goddamn, it's gotta be scary as well. But I also want to be cute. I would actually love to see some examples, by the way, of like this being done good, even if it's a costume or like if it's an art piece or like anything. So if anyone know of any, feel free to like share a link with me in the comments or something like that, because I'm feeling inspired right now. I should try to draw this, I guess. Next on the list anyway, and this is pretty specific. Where's Waldo? It was both cute and it was a fun idea when it first became a thing. That is now 5 years ago, and the amount of Waldos in Tokyo only seem to increase year by year. It's more a game of where isn't Waldo at this point. Top comedy right there. And especially if you well, I'm just gonna like put this into and go to the next thing on my list because it can be related. Okay? So the next thing on my list is twinning, tripleting, quadrupleting. Dress up the same as your friend, like you all dress in the same costume. Again, can definitely be a really cool thing to do for Halloween. You and your friend do like a pair cosplay or two characters that go together, or like just like creative, weird, scary outfits that somehow like reflect each other, and like so many creepy twin ideas you can realize. But if you and 1, 2, 3 of your friends all go together and on purpose bought like identical, minimum effort, Where's Waldo or like slutty Disney princess or like whatever costumes, and just bada bing bada boom done, that is starting to look like you're just scared of not being dressed like everyone else, which I guess is a legit fear in human society. But not on goddamn Halloween! Come on, guys. It's the one day it's completely socially acceptable to be a freak. So this has been my little rant. Please don't hate me. I know I take this shit way too seriously, and I'm really the one who should be embarrassed here. Share your Halloween costumes with me, whether I like them or not. I just love seeing people loving Halloween. I hope that you will check out some of my other videos as well, like the ones that I did before this one. My second Yokai Watch video is out now, and also there's a little video on my band's YouTube channel about our 3-day consecutive tour that we did, and it's mostly subtitled, so if you're interested, please take a look, and please give me a like if you want. Please feel free to give me suggestions for things that you like to see me talk about. I would love to talk about positive things most of the time, or neutral things, but I mean the stuff that you're passionate about is generally stuff that you're upset about, and I don't want to come off as too much of a negative person. Anyway, happy fucking Halloween. Damn it, I forgot to introduce myself again. I'm Inger, hello, and I sing in a band called The Number Zero, and 2 other things as well. Now, bye bye, happy Halloween, bye.